You may be shocked to learn that after age 65, doing the improper kinds of exercise can dramatically raise your risk of injury, cardiovascular decline, and even lower your life expectancy. Inappropriate physical activity can increase an older adult's risk of hospitalization by up to 48%, according to a National Institute on Aging report. The truth is sobering. Numerous activities that are frequently marketed as beneficial to your health can actually worsen cardiovascular strain, hasten joint deterioration, impair balance, and significantly raise your chance of falling, all of which can be fatal for anybody over 65. The good news is that you can prolong your life, improve your memory, keep your agility, and keep your independence for many years to come, provided you make the correct decisions. In this video, we'll show you the 3 kinds of workouts you should absolutely avoid doing, as well as the 3 that you must do if you want to maintain your strength, mental acuity, and general health as you age. You find out the best activity that could either shorten or lengthen your life. Make sure you watch through to the very end. Before we begin, I advise you to click the button and activate the bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss any further personalized health advice. Type 1 in the comments if you like this video. If not, input 0 to tell me how I can improve your material. Seniors should refrain from these 3 exercises. First, running with a lot of impact. For younger people, high-impact jogging may be one of the most thrilling sports, but for seniors, it can subtly turn into one of the most harmful. The body changes in a number of unavoidable ways as we age. Joints lose their once-young tenacity, cartilage thins, and bone density declines. While pounding the streets or running marathons may seem like admirable ways to be active, they might also subtly hasten an aging body's deterioration. High-impact running raises the risk of knee and hip injuries in persons over 65 by an astounding 58%, per a study published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy. On hard surfaces, every step causes a startling shockwave that puts a great deal of strain on already fragile joints. The fact that seniors frequently have diminished proprioception, the body's innate sense of movement and balance, makes this even more worrisome because it increases their risk of falls, slips, and permanent injuries. High-impact jogging can seriously harm the cardiovascular system in addition to causing physical pain. The abrupt increases in blood pressure and heart rate that occur during vigorous running sessions can cause cardiac strain, or potentially trigger events like heart attacks or strokes, since older persons' blood arteries are often less flexible. According to the National Institute on Aging, people over 65 who engage in excessive cardiovascular exertion, particularly those who have undetected heart conditions, run a significantly higher risk of experiencing negative outcomes. Furthermore, these risks are increased when jogging on hard surfaces like asphalt or concrete. Seniors' quality of life can be significantly reduced by chronic illnesses like osteoarthritis, which are frequently brought on by the continuous pounding that damages the delicate tissues of the knees, hips, and spine. Younger runners can recuperate from joint inflammation somewhat fast, but older runners have considerably slower healing times, which might cause a small injury to become a permanent impairment. In actuality, the emotional impact is frequently disregarded. When an exercise routine that was previously straightforward turns into a cause of discomfort or anxiety, many seniors get discouraged and dissatisfied. The very inactive lifestyle they were attempting to avoid may result from this sense of loss, which might deter additional activity. Swimming, cycling, or brisk walking on soft paths are lower impact options that can offer all the cardiovascular advantages without putting the body through undue strain. To maintain long-term mobility, independence, and energy, it is important to make intelligent adaptations rather than to give up. However, if high-impact jogging is subtly harming your health, you may be surprised to hear that another common workout habit, often misinterpreted as a sign of youth strength, is even more harmful to older adults. In reality, each time you enter the gym, it may endanger your heart and brain. Let's find out about the next hidden danger that you need to be aware of. Please let me know in the first remark below if you're still watching and finding these insights useful. Let's now discuss point number 2, second heavy lifting of weights. Lifting large weights is frequently associated with strength, resiliency, and vigor. It is true that younger folks can develop remarkable endurance and muscle growth through this type of exercise. However, excessive weightlifting can be deceptively dangerous for seniors, particularly those over 65, with hazards that, if handled improperly, greatly exceed the advantages. Our bodies naturally experience a decline in cardiovascular efficiency, bone density, and muscular flexibility as we age. These damaged systems are severely strained by heavy lifting. Seniors who participate in high-intensity resistance exercise with large weights are far more likely to experience blood pressure spikes, vascular damage, and even cerebrovascular events like strokes, according to research from the American Geriatric Society. The abrupt spike in blood pressure brought on by heavy lifting may be too much for the elderly heart, which is frequently coping with latent problems like tightened arteries or small valve dysfunctions. The skeletal dangers are far more concerning than the cardiovascular ones. As we age, our tendons and ligaments become less flexible, increasing their vulnerability to tearing and rupture under severe stress. One excessive deadlift or bench press could cause torn knee ligaments, spine compression fractures, or rotator cuff injuries, all of which have a protracted, unpleasant, and occasionally insufficient recovery period at an advanced age. Slower reflexes and impaired proprioception are some hidden dangers that many seniors must deal with. Falls, concussions, or orthopedic injuries can result from losing your balance during a heavy squat, or from not being able to rapidly release a weight if your muscles fail. According to hospitals, the growth in unsupervised, vigorous gym routines among older persons has been directly linked to a significant increase in falls and lifting injuries among seniors over the previous 10 years. Not to be overlooked is the psychological cost as well. Many elderly people stop being physically active entirely due to annoyance at not being able to lift things they used to be able to, embarrassment at getting hurt, and fear of getting hurt again. This deprives them of the vital advantages of frequent movement and speeds up physical deterioration. This does not, however, imply that resistance training should be stopped. Conversely, mild to moderate strength training with bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or lower weights can be life-changing, preserving bone health, enhancing balance, and maintaining muscle tone without the damaging dangers of heavy lifting. However, if elders are unaware of the hidden risks associated with heavy lifting, the following exercise on our list may appear even more startling. For younger energy and explosive strength, it's frequently advised, but for seniors, it may be a direct route to catastrophic falls or severe injuries. Let's find this hidden danger that far too many people ignore. 3. High-intensity jumping motions or plyometric exercises, such as burpees, jump squats, and box jumps, are frequently marketed as a means of preserving youthful agility and vitality. These exercises help young bodies develop strength, speed, and coordination. However, plyometrics can be a quiet and lethal trap for seniors, particularly those over 65, putting them at a heightened risk of severe, occasionally fatal injuries. The complex systems that regulate reflexive response time, joint stability, and balance decrease with aging. These imperceptible changes affect even elderly who feel healthy and active. According to research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are the primary cause of harm and mortality for older persons. Many of these falls are caused by sudden, unstable movements that impair joint integrity and balance. Aged tendons and ligaments are less elastic and more brittle, which makes them far more prone to tears and ruptures under abrupt force. Plyometric workouts require muscles to have explosive strength. Even a small jump can send massive forces through the lower spine, hips, and knees, areas already at risk from age-related deterioration like osteoarthritis or spinal stenosis. A simple fall, a missed landing during a squat jump, or a mishap during a box jump can result in head trauma, crippling spinal injuries, or fractured hips or wrists. If possible, recovery from severe incidents is frequently drawn out, excruciating, and characterized by a permanent loss of independence. The psychological toll is another. Many seniors suffer from post-fall anxiety syndrome, a significant fear of movement following a fall or serious injury. This dread leads to inactivity, which in turn causes muscle atrophy, additional loss of balance, and increased loneliness, a tragic cycle that reduces longevity and quality of life. Seniors shouldn't shun all vigorous movement, though. Low-impact exercises like Tai Chi, controlled agility drills, or gentle balance training are safe alternatives to plyometric workouts for improving stability and coordination. Giving up your spirit is not the same as protecting your body as it matures. It involves making well-informed choices that will maintain your strength, mobility, and self-respect for many years to come. But just as important as avoiding risky exercises is understanding which ones you must engage in to increase your resilience, improve your mind, and prolong your healthy years. Next, we'll provide the first crucial activity that, according to science, every senior should perform. It has the potential to literally extend your life and make every step more joyful. Elderly people need to perform these 3 exercises and 1 brisk walking, increasing your lifespan with each step. Brisk walking may appear to be a very easy activity, but it is actually a lifesaver for elderly people. Brisk walking is still one of the most profoundly effective and scientifically proven strategies to maintain vitality, protect the heart, and live well into old age in a world full of complex fitness fads. Seniors who walk briskly for just 30 minutes a day can reduce their chance of dying from all causes by as much as 41%, according to Harvard Medical School studies. Imagine only the steady, uplifting rhythm of your own steps, no pricey equipment, no medications. Muscles weaken, circulation tends to deteriorate, and balance can become erratic as we age. Walking at a brisk pace naturally combats these aging effects by progressively testing cardiovascular capacity without producing harmful blood pressure spikes. It fortifies the heart. It helps seniors maintain the functional strength required for everyday chores by toning the muscles in their legs, hips, and core. It even increases bone density, preventing osteoporosis, which robs so many people of their freedom from slowly and imperceptibly creeping in. Walking briskly, however, does more than only help the body. It nourishes the spirit and the mind. Regular brisk walking has been shown by neuroscientists at the University of California, Irvine, to increase memory retention, cognitive function, and lower the risk of dementia. Every deliberate step sends oxygen-rich blood to the brain, which causes dopamine and serotonin, 2 neurotransmitters that improve mood, to be released. Walking not only adds years to your life, but it adds life to your years is not hyperbole. The greatest significant benefit of brisk walking is probably the mental freedom it provides. Regardless of money or degree of fitness, almost everyone may access it. Every walk helps seniors regain a strong sense of independence, whether they are walking in a sunny park, exploring a quiet neighborhood, or just pacing a shopping center on a rainy day. It is a type of physical activity that does not isolate. It binds you to your environment, your neighborhood, and your own strong will. Walking isn't all the same, of course. Seniors should strive for a moderately intense speed, which raises heart rate just enough to permit discussion in order to get the most benefits. Making walking a lifetime medicine requires a few essential components: sturdy footwear, secure walking routes, and consistent improvement. Although brisk walking lays the groundwork for a longer, healthier life. Another essential exercise tackles a problem that many seniors are unaware is stealthily robbing them of their independence. The key to living freely and confidently as you age is revealed next, along with the crucial movement that may be the best defense against the leading cause of senior ailments. Please let me know in the first remark below if you're still watching and finding these insights useful. Let's now discuss point number 2. Exercises for balance are your best defense against falls. As we age, maintaining our upright posture becomes one of the most important challenges we encounter. It is no longer acceptable to take balance for granted. It turns into a daily triumph and occasionally a quiet battle. However, far too few seniors are aware that certain balance exercises can make the difference between a life free from anxiety and injury, and one that is hampered by both. Falls are not limited to the elderly, according to research from the National Council on Aging. They are the main source of injuries, both deadly and non-fatal. The startling reality is that 1 in 4 Americans over 65 suffers a fall every year, with frequently disastrous consequences. Exercises for balance provide a strong preventative barrier against this fact. Balance exercises help seniors regain their natural defenses against stumbles, slides, and abrupt movements by strengthening their core muscles, internal stabilizers, and tiny muscles in their ankles, hips, and lower back. By retraining the neural system, they improve the body's capacity to respond naturally and stop itself before a catastrophe occurs. According to clinical research, simple exercises like heel-to-toe walks, Tai Chi, or standing on one leg can significantly increase stability in just a few weeks and reduce the chance of falls by up to 37%. However, the advantages go beyond the physical. Confidence, the silent, invaluable sense of trust in your own body, is restored via balance training. Without it, seniors' dread of falling might subtly creep into their daily lives, making them avoid social situations, stop participating in things they used to like, or cling to immobility for their own safety. In fact, inactivity speeds up deterioration and develops weakness. However, a senior who engages in balance exercises regains not just strength, but also freedom. The capacity to walk fearlessly through life. Balance exercises are made even more lovely by their accessibility and ease of use. All you need is a small area of secure flooring, a solid chair close by for support, a consistent, brave effort to become a stronger, more robust self, and no costly equipment or gym membership. The aging body can recover the dignity, stability, and elegance that time attempts to rob it of with consistent practice, even if it is only for a few minutes each day. Although regaining your equilibrium keeps you from falling, muscle loss is still an unseen threat. If left untreated, it depletes aging body's power, vitality, and independence. Next, we'll reveal the third crucial exercise that every senior should do, which is the secret to maintaining your muscle mass and your body's ability to function well into old age. 3. Maintaining the strength of independence with mild strength training. Maintaining the strength to live well as you age is more important than just surviving longer. However, few people are aware that sarcopenia, a condition in which the body slowly loses muscle mass at an alarming rate after the age of 60, occurs. Seniors who do not receive intervention may lose up to 15% of their muscle strength every 10 years, becoming more fragile, dependent, and vulnerable. Among the most important, yet sometimes disregarded, pillars of healthy aging is light strength exercise. Light strength training emphasizes sustainability, safety, and functionality as opposed to the hard lifting typical of younger athletes. Seniors can retain and even regain strength by stimulating their muscle fibers with light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even their own body weight. A research in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who did moderate resistance training at least twice a week experienced improvements in bone density, balance, mental acuity, and muscle mass. The advantages are profoundly transformative. Strength training strengthens the arms for raising grandchildren or carrying groceries, fortifies the legs for safer walking, and fortifies the core to preserve the spine and enhance posture. Stronger muscles result in improved blood sugar regulation, stronger bones, a lower chance of falls, and a higher metabolic rate, all of which are critical when the body's natural metabolism slows down with age. Strength training restores a sense of empowerment more than it does physical resilience. Many seniors say they feel more energized, independent, and hopeful about their futures after committing to a light strength regimen. Realizing that you can still push, lift, and move with confidence in spite of the years that have passed causes a significant emotional shift. You have some control over aging. The quality of your remaining years is something you are actively influencing. The fact that light strength training meets you where you are is what makes it so accessible. Any ability level can be accommodated with modifications, whether standing or sitting, at home, or in a workout class. Progress is determined by how much you regain rather than how much you lift. The confidence of walking without assistance, the simplicity of getting out of a chair, and the stability of carrying everyday items. Pursuing youth is not the goal of strength building. The good news is that it's never too late to begin the process of safeguarding independence. Now that you are aware of the 3 fundamental exercises that every senior should perform, you may be wondering what routines can be subtly destroying all of your hard work without you ever noticing. Next chapter will reveal the startling errors that seniors make on a daily basis that negatively impact their health and how to prevent them, so you may continue to be healthy and active for many years to come. The cost you incur. Every decision we make regarding our bodies becomes more significant as we age. You will eventually have to pay for the exercises you decide to do or not do. Some people pay the price by becoming stronger, more stable, and more independent. Others pay for it with freedom given up, goals postponed, and years lost. It's not only about running the risk of sore muscles or small injuries when you skip the proper movements or obstinately stick to bad habits. It's about using the limited time you have left to gamble. Time that may have been used for vacation, family laughter, fearless walking, or appreciating the little pleasures in life. Another year of living according to your own terms is guaranteed with each fall prevented, heartbeat reinforced, and muscle maintained. However, the reverse is also true. If you disregard the warnings, you might have to deal with hospital stays, operations, or the gradual, devastating loss of skills you previously took for granted. Your body will ultimately bill you for the way you treated it. Not all at once, but in tiny, persistent ways that gradually rob you of your independence. You can select today what price you will pay tomorrow, which is a lovely fact. Balance is a better option than recklessness. You have the option to choose strength over weakness. You can choose a life full of vitality, dignity, and happiness versus a life of gradual surrender. It's not about being flawless. It's about wisdom, awareness, and purposeful everyday activity. You never pay the price of effort alone when it comes to aging properly. It has to do with the type of life you end up leading. You make the choice. What kind of future are you going to build today? The purpose of these lectures is to encourage you to live life to the fullest and most genuine. I would be delighted to hear from you now. Think for a moment, then share one item you've learned that you want to use in your own life. On this path of accepting these realities, let's help one another. Please feel free to leave a comment if you liked this video. Feel free to leave a remark with 0, if not. Your opinions are very important to us. For more videos like these, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and share our videos. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope you enjoy living your life as you see fit.